Hey friends, Mike here, sharing my story and journey as a music composer to inspire creative people like you. And in this video I am going to play Omnisphere 2 using this TEControl MIDI breath controller to add expression and various kinds of modulation and automation in real time. So let's play with Omnisphere 2 right now. Now let's play another multi-patch with a bit more power and a darker tone. Pretty cool, isn't it? And what's even more cool in my opinion about this specific breath controller from TEControl is that you don't only get control over the MIDI breath CC value by pushing air into it like this, because you also get 3 additional controllers in real time for adding whatever kind of modulation or expression you like, as long as you can map it in your software instrument, of course. A bite sensor on this here, a nod sensor, which means it picks up your head movements like this, and a tilt sensor from left to right. Now let me also quickly show you what I've done in Omnisphere 2 to map all of this, to set it all up with this MIDI breath controller and to map different kinds of modulation and expression the way I wanted it to perform these sounds in real time. Alright, so now I'm here in Omnisphere, and as you can see, I'm using a multi-patch with 8 different sounds, because this is, in my opinion, the coolest way to use Omnisphere, which is the stack mode. If I hit this button here, you can activate stack mode, and all these individual sounds that you add will be played as layers to create a full, huge sound. And not only that, but you can also dial in where in the range of the piano keyboard these sounds or layers are played. So as you can see, you can move around which range they are all played in, and also add a slope in the beginning or the end of the range. And in my opinion, this is the best way to create super huge sounds in Omnisphere 2. Now, how do you add all these kinds of expression with the TEControl MIDI breath controller? Let me show you right now. So you basically have 2 different ways to map the TEControl MIDI breath controller, any of the 4 different sensors, to a parameter inside your plugin. The first option, if your plugin supports it, is to simply right-click on any parameter like this panning knob here, and then choose MIDI Learn or MIDI CC Learn. And after I click this, I can use any of the 4 sensors to assign that parameter to that particular sensor controller. So let's say I want to map the 5th layer's level to my head movement like this. I simply right-click, choose MIDI CC Learn, and then I will nod my head like this. And as you can see, I have now mapped this slider to nodding my head like this. And you can do the same thing to, let's say, the guitar here. Simply MIDI CC Learn again, and let's say I want to use the tilt sensor. And now I have mapped the panning of the second layer here to tilting my head. And of course, you can use the breath controller, which is the main sensor of a MIDI breath controller, to, let's say, the level of this. Actually, did I already? Once more. And now I have mapped that one, so it's simply on 0 now until I push air into this. And the more you add and map, the more control you get. The second option to map the sensors to a expression controller is to go into the modulation matrix of any of these sounds, let's say the guitar here, and then you can simply choose by clicking here and choose the breath controller will control, let's say, the filter, let's say, the cutoff, and then how much is it going to control it. And you can see this little white thing here moving now, which is controlling the cutoff of the filter here. Let's turn off the filter, in fact, otherwise it won't do anything. So that's how you map things with the TEControl MIDI breath controller in Omnisphere, and it pretty much works the same way in any other plugin or sample library. Either it supports right-clicking, MIDI CC Learn, or you simply choose by mapping manually a kind of controller for, let's say, breath, and sometimes it says only MIDI CC, which means you need to remember what CC number is associated with the specific sensor. So I know that I have a CC2 for breath controller, which is the default setting for breath controller data. And you can set this up in the TECcontrol software. As always, I have included links for you in the video description to things you might want to check out, including amazing deals on some of my online courses for music composers like yourself. I hope that you got inspired and motivated to go and compose amazing music. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.